Hey everyone, how's it going? Good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you guys are from. Today we are taking a look at the DC Direct in collaboration with McFarlane Toys Digital Green Lantern Hal Jordan, and this is his costume from the Silver Age. And I am excited to open this up, and I am also excited because this is our first video. So if you guys could do me a favor, click that subscribe button, it would help me out a lot. Now let's take a closer look at his packaging. This is not your standard McFarlane Toys packaging. Again, this is in collaboration with DC Direct, or DC Direct is collaborating with McFarlane Toys. So it comes in this fairly new, nice packaging. I actually kind of like it. Here's the front. Here is Hal Jordan. He comes with all these accessories, and then it says Green Lantern right here. For ages 14 plus, it says 22 moving parts up here. Here is the top. Here is the left side of the packaging. It says McFarlane Toys Digital. On this side it says Green Lantern, the Silver Age. Again, this is his Silver Age costume. And in the back we have a unique, interesting picture of Hal Jordan. I don't know necessarily where they got this image from or where they chose it. It kind of looks like Kyle Rayner. For those wanting to pick it up in store, I believe these have started hitting Target already. Here is the barcode. Alright, with all that being said, let's open him up. So over here we have all the accessories, mainly all the accessories that come with this Hal Jordan. I did not include the NFT card, I will not count that as an accessory, and the base stand as well. So over here we have 4 interchangeable hands, but the right hand is the only hand that you can use on Hal Jordan. So let's take a look at this one first. As we can see, it has a very, very nice power ring on there, and it's actually sculpted, so that's pretty cool. The paint is clean. There's not much to say about this, and good job on that. Now the left hands, there are 3 different interchangeable hands. There's a wide open hand, there's a gripping hand, this is for holding the power construct, and then there is a fist hand. His other accessories, he has 2 power constructs, which are very nice. This is when he's punching or he's gathering up energy, and you slide your fist right through this part and it will fit nicely on his arm. Lastly, we have his power battery charger, and this is a very nice touch, and I think every Green Lantern should come with this. It looks cool on the shelf, and when he holds it, it's cast in this clear plastic, molded in this clear plastic, so it's see-through, and when light shines on it, it's perfect. So that's all the accessories that he comes with, and let's take a closer look at the figure. So here is Hal Jordan's head. This is a brand new mold and brand new sculpt, which is very nice. It is a big improvement from the previous one. That one, I gotta say, did not look like Hal Jordan whatsoever. I couldn't even tell what that monstrosity was. So here's the front of this figure. He has the green mask and a very nice expression. I think it does show a lot of personality and character. It does bring this figure to life. Here's the side of the figure. I do like how this hair looks. Here's the back. That's also nice as well. And the side, I do like the skin tones. I like what they have done with this figure. If they could continually and consistently do that with their other figures, I think it would be spot on. However, there are flaws as usual. as you can see right here, the neck is a different color skin tone from the face. It's like a grayish looking skin tone, which would fit well on a zombie. The reason for that maybe is because it's not molded in that color. It's being painted over this green, and in production it might have mixed in that, which caused it to have this green grayish skin tone, which does make it susceptible to chipping as well. So I do have a little paint chip right there. Here is the lantern symbol, which looks really nicely painted on. Mine is in good condition. The paint is crisp. That looks good. Over here is a nice, nicely painted on green, and it doesn't cover the shoulders because this is the Silver Age costume. So he's gonna look like that in the front. He's gonna look like this on the side, back, and on this side. Now, one thing I don't like about this mold, again, this is the Blue Beetle and Booster Gold mold, is that it has a huge diaper right here. And it is a little distracting from the figure. It's slightly broken up, and also these two ab pieces stick out. It's very noticeable, and it doesn't really look good on the figure. And when you come to the back here, it just looks slightly wonky, slightly off. For the arms, there's white paint over here, and that is nicely painted on. There's nothing really to complain about here, except mine does have a paint chip or a paint splotch right there. Here's the ring as I showed earlier. That's great. And then another thing about this mold is that the arms to me are slightly tiny, and they are very ugly on these wrist cuffs as well. Or on the lower on the legs, they do look nice. Nothing to really complain about there. I think this is accurate. I think he does have these boots. Alright, and then lastly, here are his feet. For articulation, Hal can look up about this far, and he can look down about this far, which is pretty nice. He can tilt his head that way to the left. He can tilt his head to the right about that far with the help of a double ball peg. Over on the arms, with the help of rotator cuffs, they can move up and down, side to side, and spin about 360 degrees. He can lift his arms about that high, which is a very nice range of motion. He has bicep swivel over here. He has double jointed pinned elbows. Nothing wrong there. Over on the wrist, he has a McFarlane style wrist joint that can go up, down, swivel side to side, and can also rotate any way you want. That's cleverly hidden, but I don't like how thin those look. Moving on to the waist, he has a diaphragm joint here and another joint right here, so he can get about that far, which is very, very nice. And crunching forward, barely anything. Slightly disappointed in that. Hopefully he'll fix that later on in the future. Over on the legs, he has some swivel, which is decent for a McFarlane on both legs. Can kick about that high up, slightly restricted by the diaper, and he can kick about this far back, which is decent. He has double jointed knees. They bend about this far back. And lastly, he has McFarlane style ankle joints, which are very, very nicely hidden. They are heavily ratcheted though. They bend about that far. They can go up this far. Ankle pivots, and they rotate as well. Very nice. And lastly, toe articulation. Very nice. So the articulation overall is pretty decent on this figure. Slight changes it could make in the future. This mold is getting slightly outdated, so I'll be happy to see what McFarlane does in the future. Looking forward to it. Not bad for this figure though. Overall, this figure is really nice. It has its pros and cons. I like the new head sculpt, how the paint came out. The mold they chose was okay. I prefer they use a new one from now on. This one is slightly getting outdated. Other than that, I do like the articulation. Some of it is hindered, especially the waist. Other than that, it's a really nice pickup if you are able to find it. I believe it's still on Amazon right now for retail, $24.99. You are paying that extra $5 for that stupid NFT digital card, which takes off some points in my book. Overall though, it is a really good figure. It's a really strong release. I would recommend you get it. And if I were to give this figure a rating, because this is reuse though, and because of some of the minor issues here, I would give it a 7.5 out of 10, which is pretty generous. Alright guys, that is going to wrap up today's video. I really hope you did enjoy it. If you want to help support the channel, you can give me a thumbs up and a subscribe as well. Also, if you want future content, you can click that bell. I look forward to posting more content on figures, and I hope more people will come into view. Anyways, it's been a pleasure speaking. Thank you so much for watching. See ya.